Welcome to the Training Task Force demo video. In this short video, you're going to be seeing mostly content. When we actually produce each module, you'll be seeing a mixture of Steve Ferruta, Chad Yeoming, and myself. But for this specific demo video, we'd rather have you focus just on the content on the slides and the way we voice and deliver that content, which should be engaging to those who are watching it. We hope you enjoy this slide presentation. Our goals for this video are pretty simple. We hope you enjoy this demo video. We hope that you see the passion the three of us offer in the way of training. We hope that once this program video is rolled out, we will see a significant increase in employee engagement, employee skill level, and employee success, which all add up to an overall increase in revenue generation. The training team is made up of Steve Ferruta, Chad Yeoming, and Steve Rosen. Over 61 years of training experience and 56 years of industry experience. We each have a true passion for helping others succeed. Let's go. Before we can even begin to discuss industry and product specifics, we believe we all need to make sure our baseline skill level includes soft skills or work skills, not just professionally, but personally and financially too. We'll start with the very basics. The difference between EQ and IQ is the difference in being a whole professional versus a partial professional. EQ includes the attributes needed to be a difference maker. IQ includes all the knowledge needed to make a difference. Our training strategy includes each of the attributes shown along with many additional skills, strategies, and industry product details needed to be a true professional in every sense of the word. Let's start with communication. Everyone talks, everyone texts, everyone instant messages, Snapchats, tweets, faxes, well, if you're old school, and everyone emails. But is that how to best describe and understand communication? Those are the methods, but not the methodology. Simply put, communication is the sending of a message from one to another through verbal, written, signals, or other media. A clean communication is almost impossible to achieve. Why? The biggest hurdle to a clean communication is noise. Not just audible noise, but there are several dozens different types of noises. Over the past 30 years, I've assembled that list of different types of noise, and this will be shared accordingly. The most common types of noise includes age and gender differences, economic differences, educational differences, and political orientation and focus. Identifying the types of noisy situations you're in is step one, and will follow inside this module. Our job as professional salespeople or communicators is to eliminate noise. There are very few strategies that will eliminate noise efficiently and effectively, which will be reviewed in depth. To that point, everything I've learned about communication and sales, I've learned from watching 2 TV shows. Not detailed out in this video, but detailed out in the training strategy is a section on the science and art of asking questions. Law and Order and NCIS followed the script writing of those 2 great TV shows to cut through the noise. Asking questions does cut through the noise better than any other tool or skill, and it also suggests to the client that you're more interested in them than you are in selling them something. It also develops a relationship or a connection quickly, it leads the conversation to where you want it to go, and it establishes a buying situation instead of a selling situation. Asking questions will get you to the close faster. One of the few strategies discussed is this methodology, which I created over 10 years ago and is named SPEAR. In essence, spear your customers. You can spear your coworkers, your supervisor, your family. SPEAR is an acronym for sincerity, patience, empathy, appreciation, and respect. Work those attributes into your communication and noise disappears quickly. And if you do spear, you'll juice up your pair, which is an acronym for performance, engagement, activity, and revenue. Another soft skill, and tested thoroughly in our evaluation research, shows that time management is a key soft skill that we'll get into with more suggestions and recommendations. In a nutshell, though, we'll dig deep into organization, planning, and implementation skills, to name a few. Okay, enough sample bites of soft skills. Time to move into the next course. Adams Publishing offers advertising and marketing products. To understand that, we need to dive into a thorough understanding of the world of advertising and marketing. Colleges will tell you there are 4 P's of marketing, which are shown here in red. There are actually a total of 12 P's, and we'll go through each one quickly to identify how you can help your customers understand the true value of consistent and successful marketing. Fast forward, and you'll be an expert at developing an integrated advertising proposal. It's like putting together that jigsaw puzzle for a clean and effective picture of success for your client. Or you can perceive marketing and advertising to be like building a house. It takes more than just one tool to build a solid house. It takes more than just one tool to build a solid advertising or marketing plan too. Toolbox selling is another way to look at integrated advertising. Knowing which tool to use in which situation to accomplish the goal in front of you is the difference between a customer spending money with you or investing money with you. Would you use a builder who built a house using only a hammer? You could easily spend the money foolishly, or you can find someone with a full toolbox who knows how to use each tool and invest your money wisely. We need to be the experts at the majority of the tools in our toolbox, especially the ones we use the most, correct? All aforementioned sneak peeks add up to one thing. You need your advertisers to see you as remarkable. The EQ skills lay an exceptionally strong foundation from which to build an awesome structure of sales, industry, and product knowledge. Adding communication skills with time management skills and situational awareness makes you remarkable. For some, a new mindset will open you up to new results. For many, this is a refresher course in selling value. For others, you should come out of this feeling like a true solution provider and trusted advertising consultant. What have we been doing for years? This is what we've been doing for years. Have I got a deal for you, Mr. or Miss Advertiser? Yes, we've trained our clients to wait for the deal. That becomes a price sale, not a value sale, and it needs to stop. This beat has been going on and on and on and on for nearly 2 decades. We didn't change our selling style to meet the development and aggressiveness of our competition. We devalued our own product, and advertisers as a whole not only let us do it, they encouraged it. We need to get away from price and cost and start selling value. Earn the respect of your advertisers and explain our value, and you'll find your numbers skyrocket. When you know how to present and promote your value, price is never an issue. Without value, there's no reason for anyone to invest in your products or services. No one buys an Escalade because of its price. They buy it because of its perceived value, be it functionality, comfort, status, size, extras like moonroof, leather, towing package, warranty, or all of the above. Those are all value items. Cost doesn't matter to someone who's looking for an Escalade. Value matters. We need to present ourselves as Escalades. And there's no better value than providing a solution. For example, look at the statement on the left compared to the statement on the right. To further explain where your mind needs to be, take a look at this graph, selling versus consulting. We spoke about being a consultant a few slides back. Here it is graphically. The wheel of your fortune sits in front of you. Understanding the true value, pros and cons, and how each of these tools help your customer is the focus of this series of videos. Our training team believes, individually and as a whole, that our sales team needs to understand that they run their own company, but have the support of an entire team, be it HR, accounting, IT, or vendors, behind them. As CEO of your own company, you do what it takes to win every day. To better explain the mentality of a CEO, we offer a few things to think about. Your investment of time and energy and strategy needs a return on that investment. Clients come and go, but they won't go if you're invested in their success the way they're investing in yours. There are so many traditional ways to build that relationship inside the sales process, ways that aren't being taught in high school, colleges, or business school. Here are a few ideas that make your connection with your advertiser a solid one. Most CEOs follow this list consistently. Another way to show your own personal value to your client is to simply care enough to know what the world they live in looks like. You wouldn't trust a doctor who didn't understand your world before prescribing medication or surgery, would you? You want them to know most everything about you. Your clients want to trust you the same way you trust your doctor. If you've never sold or never been properly trained on selling, or would like a back-to-basics refresher, have no fear. We're going to start with additional foundational concepts and work our way to being remarkable. Best practices for prospecting, qualifying, fact-finding, putting together the proposal, negotiating, closing skills are all forthcoming. Hopefully, you've noticed that this is a progressive training program, meaning it builds from the EQ to IQ in a specific order for a specific reason. Prospecting seems to be where we have the most inconsistency as a company, so let's focus on prospecting for a minute or two inside this demo video. For example, prospecting is critical, and best practices suggest that each month your sales should be made up of 30% of new business, 70% of current accounts. Prospecting should be done about 25% of your week. That's 10 hours of productive cold calls, former advertisers, and new businesses. Go forth and conquer. Did you know that those who don't give up are greatly more successful than those who accept a no right away or within the first few visits? Yes, it's true. Continue to investigate opportunities. Remember we discussed Law and Order and NCIS? Guess what they do without giving up? They investigate opportunities, become successful in their goals, and you can do the same. After prospecting and qualifying, we pay close attention to handling objections and moving towards giving your client the opportunity to buy. After all, there are numerous types of objections, and we'll explore each one and offer tips on how to handle or overcome each objection. Of course, the ultimate goal is to understand that if a prospect tells you that your product is too expensive, you haven't done a good job communicating the product's value to them. Our syllabus includes the art and science of the dance, asking questions, strategic thinking, investigating more to not create a selling situation, but to create a buying environment. I always say I've been in sales for 30 years and rarely sold anything, but a lot of people have bought from me. At this point in the full series of videos, we will have covered most of the EQ and IQ skill sets. So our foundation is strong, our skill set is on point, and our confidence has grown. The viewer now has their mind right, as Steve Harvey says, for great product training, which will be handled by Chad Yeoming, who will focus on print products, and Steve Ferruto, who will focus on digital training. But for the sake of this intro video, I'll continue on their behalf. So let's talk about print, shall we? Each of us has dailies or weeklies that offer solutions to our clients. The value of our newspapers include loyalty, consistency, and top-of-the-mind awareness. Our special sections are a great way to reach a variety of niche audiences. They are engaged and interested in these subjects, which makes them more receptive to responding to target-specific advertisements. And then we have annual pubs that many of us do. Our annual publications have a tremendous shelf life. They are kept around by our readers for weeks and months, if not for the entire year. These are great reference materials. They reach a broad audience, oftentimes people who are looking for things to do or recommendations when they come to our communities. Advertising in an annual publication gives you an opportunity to reach people who are in the right mindset to try something new. Our digital training will include everything digital, including working with our partners, Second Street, Affinity X, and WeHaw, to name a few. Digital is the present and the future. Let's embrace the value. We're going to dive deep into every aspect of our digital product offering, from search engine marketing to metrics and tracking results, including the value of each destination like YouTube and Facebook, and understanding who is using which digital media the most. Facebook's growth is incredible, and our value is getting the advertiser to be in front of the 205 million people using Facebook. We'll discuss it in depth. Steve Ferruta has put together an exceptional list of value statements, which will be discussed in detail inside these training videos, including not just usage studies and overviews, but how different types of ads can strengthen a customer's brand and build their customer base. And I've been doing events for over 30 years and will gladly take on the training for event sponsorship selling, be it concerts or black tie dinners, women's good life, or home and garden expos, golf outings, cooking shows, or any other event. Adams Publishing Group Live can generate significant revenue as the third product line offered. There are specific things that can prove value to the advertiser with events, such as market research to know that the event you're putting on has strong interest in your marketplace. Also, how to design and present sponsorships showing and proving value. Remember, when value is understood, price is not a concern. Our intention is not to spin heads or confuse the viewer, but to develop a sales professional with all the tools and skills needed to perform like a well-oiled machine, to get our salespeople's minds right. Which leads us to our top 5 takeaways. Thank you for engaging and understanding the value presented here. Have a great day and a very successful revenue-generating month.